All right, up next, challenges in game distribution in Web3. Can we please give a warm welcome to Mr. HIDEAKI?
Bonjour, everyone. Firstly, I'm very happy to be here. I had a good invitation from Metaverse Summit organization. I had a good excuse to come to France and enjoy great wines. My name is Hide UEHARA, Director of the Business Development at the Square Enix Group. Before talking about challenges, let me introduce myself and what Square Enix is doing now in the Web3 space. So I joined Square Enix November 2013 as a corporate planning manager. And then I moved to London in April 2020 during the lockdown. And I started to do business development in the cloud gaming space and the Web3 gaming space. And then so what Square Enix Group is doing now in the Web3 space. This is a kind of extract from the financial result briefing session. So you can this information is publicly available. So what we are saying is basically we are heavily investing in the Web3 space. Beginning of this year, our president issued a New Year letter. He clearly mentioned that we're gonna heavily invest in the Web3 space. We're going to have a new business line in the Web3 space on top of that existing gaming and the manga publishing business. And then we are doing some researches, especially in the regulation perspective. As our company is based in Japan and the public company, we have to overcome so many regulation issues. And then we may establish a new company outside of Japan, and then we will have an investment vehicle to invest in the many Web3 company and the projects. So what we did for now is that we are early investor of the Sandbox, and then they also investor of the Animoca brand. Good thing of being a portfolio company with Square Enix, I usually try to license our games or try to use their services. So I always try to find a business synergy between the Square Enix and the investees. And then this is the first blockchain rated project from Square Enix Japan. We used to have a free-to-play mobile game. The name is Million Earther. So we make a NFT collectibles based on the Million Earther IP. So basically, you buy NFT sticker and then make or change colors of the sticker and then mint it, and then you own it. Then you trade at the secondary market. Good or bad, this NFT is on the private chain because we have some regulation in Japan, so we cannot use public blockchain. But this project is still in the proof of concept stage. And then we're gonna launch new version of the Sansei Million Earther early this summer. Yeah. And then next one is a collaboration with Sandbox. So we had action RPG, hack and slash game, Dungeon Siege. We licensed this IP to Sandbox. And then this is gonna be the first play-to-earn game from Square Enix. So you will find this game in the Sandbox Metaverse in near future. So before go to the game distribution, let me go through global market. So now this is a quite typical game company's presentation. So we want to check that the market first. So in terms of the number of the gamers, we have 3 billion gamers now. And then the for the right-hand side is market size. So now we have 175 billion in terms of revenue. And then, as I mentioned, we have 3 billion. But if you see that the composition of each area, for example, LATAM, the LATAM area accounts for 10% of the game total game player, while the revenue accounts for only 4%. And in the Middle East and Asia, number of the game players is 15%, but the revenue is only 4% of the global market. So if you are developing or publishing Web3 games, maybe that the size of the market itself is quite important, but you have to focus on the number of the gamers rather than the revenue. Especially that the games like Axie Infinity, you have to bring new gamers into the Web3 game space. And then this is the kind of distribution of the gaming device. So roughly speaking, almost all of people are playing game on the mobile devices, but only half of people are playing game on the PC. This includes browser gaming. So roughly speaking, maybe 400 million or the 500 million people are playing game on the gaming PC. And then the console is, we have only 800 million people. So if you sum up Nintendo Switch, Xbox X, and the PlayStation 5, maybe the total is somewhere between 200 and 300 million. So remaining 500 million is playing a game on the previous generation. So this is the main topic for today. So topic is the challenge of the game distribution in Web3 space. So let me rephrase this topic like this. So how do you distribute the game without traditional game platforms? So firstly, I want to ask you, who is your target audience in the Web3 space? Do you want to focus on the Web2 gamers? Do you want to convert Web2 gamers into Web3 gamers? Or you want to focus on the crypto users? So they're the overlapping place. So these, our challenge is how we expand Web3 gamers. Or maybe you can bring someone outside of these circles into the Web3 gamers, like a first game player. Maybe there are many gamers in the Philippines who is playing Axie Infinity, but they were not Web2 gamers. They are not crypto users. They are obviously very new gamer outside of these circles. And then there are so many traditional game platforms, but I would say that most of them are not really Web3 friendly. So you can distribute your Web3 mobile game on the Apple and the Google, but you have to pay 30% of the platform fee, same as Web2 games. Maybe some people say, oh, this is not Web3 game anymore. But you can bypass Google Play with APK. And then the bottom side, for console platform company, nobody is happy with blockchain game, Web3 game. So it's almost impossible to launch Web3 game on the gaming console. Steam obviously doesn't like NFT games. And then maybe the Epic game is very Web3 games friendly. And then you can distribute your games on the browser without using platforms. So some major Web3 gaming company say that they're gonna distribute their games on the Epic Games. So my understanding is that Epic Game is the only choice for high quality games, not for the browser game like at Axie Infinity. So for high quality game, this PC game platform Epic is the only choice to distribute games. Or maybe you can sell your PC game on your website, but it's very challenging. So I'd say that most of the Web3 game company is new company using a new IP. You do not have existing customers. So large company like Activision, when they launch new Call of Duty, they already have an existing gamer's email address, send the email, and then they, ask them to push pre-order button. But you cannot do that. So it's quite tough to find promote your game on your website. And then the other challenge is, how many of you have a gaming PC? Yeah, quite. I can find quite enthusiastic gamers, but you know, gaming PC is not really popular. in the world. So if you do not have gaming PC, you cannot play even the sandbox. You have to install sandbox application onto the your gaming PC, and then they connect to the online. So cloud gaming could be one of the solution for the Web3 company, because you don't need to rely on that platformers anymore. So for people who doesn't know about cloud gaming, this is the benefit of the cloud gaming. No gaming PC console is required. No download is needed. So no data storage is required. When you play a mobile game, sometimes your storage will be the full, so you have to delete the other application and then install new one. But you don't need to do that with cloud gaming. And then it's less cheating and hacking. So most of the game cheating is done on the client side. So if you have a game data on the cloud server side, it's going to be secured. And then you don't need to download the latest version of the game. This is a benefit for the game publisher and the developer too. So they can set up the latest binary on the cloud server side. This is the kind of gamers activity in the Web3 space. It's quite difficult to find the right numbers or right data, but this gives you some idea in which country Web3 gamer is active. So the top one is Indonesia. The second one, United States, followed by Philippines, India, Bangladesh. So mainly East and the Southeast Asian country is very active in the Web3 space, but they don't have gaming PC. So maybe there's some question: is cloud gaming is feasible or available in the emerging market? So some telecom company like AIS in Thailand started their own cloud gaming, and then in the Uruguay, one of the independent cloud gaming company, Avia, started their own cloud gaming platform. And then on the right-hand side, in Indonesia, Telkom Indonesia has their own cloud game service. So which means that in these countries, you can play games on the cloud. You don't need to have a console. So maybe next question is maybe cloud gaming is expensive for the gamers and for the developers. So this is a price list of the Xbox membership. So center and right-hand side, you can see the PC console, which costs $10 per person per month. And then the left one is the Ultimate Pass, which is $15. So the price gap is $5, but $5 is not. So if you buy Ultimate Pass, you can access Xbox Cloud catalog from PC and the console and the cloud, and yeah, you have some other benefit. So, so $5 is going to the cloud cost, and then the other previously mentioned. Sorry, some company has a cloud gaming service in the world. So most of the price is somewhere between $5 to $15. So it implies if you cover $10 per person per month, maybe cloud gaming is feasible. And then there's some the other way to reduce the cloud gaming cost. Like one of the questions is, do you really need to distribute higher resolution game or high frame per second game? So this is the extreme example. Left-hand side is PlayStation 1 version, Final Fantasy 7. Right-hand side is PlayStation 5 version of Final Fantasy. Actually, this is a totally different game, but my question is, do you really need to distribute the 1080 or the 4K resolution games or not? So it's easy, it's not easy, but there is a way to reduce cloud gaming costs significantly. And then so today my proposal or suggestion is, why don't you consider cloud gaming as an alternative game distribution channel? So these two companies is yeah, again, our portfolio company. Left-hand side, Ubitas. Ubitas is official partner of the Nintendo Switch Cloud. So you can play some AAA game like Assassin's Creed, or Resident Evil, Guardian of the Galaxy, Kingdom Hearts from Square Enix. So if you have a Nintendo Switch, why don't you try cloud gaming on the Nintendo Switch? Maybe you will be seeing what's the problem with the cloud gaming and what's the benefit of the cloud gaming. There is a 10 minutes free demo available, so why don't you try it? And the right-hand side, Black Nut, it's a France-based company. They are really good. They have a really good streaming technology, and then has a strong relationship with telecom companies. So maybe one of the solution is you reach out to this kind of company and then work together with telecom company to distribute your game. As you know, you cannot rely on the console platformers. That's it from me today. Thank you very much. Let me tell you one more thing. We are heavily investing in the Web3 game industry. So mainly investing in the game itself and the tool and the infrastructure in the Web3 space. So I'll be around this stage. I'll be around here today. So if you have any idea or potential business partnership, please call me. Please tell me. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, HIDEAKI.